But the price on carbon is going to be the biggest test of them all, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a really hard negotiation because the government is banking on the idea that the Greens can't afford to go to the election having voted it down again. The Greens are banking on the fact that the government can't afford to go to another election without a carbon price. And while they have broad agreement about the model, about having a hybrid model, they have very different ideas about the ambition of the scheme. They might be able to put aside the question of long-term targets by using this hybrid model, but there's still the question of what the starting price is. There's still the question of what industry compensation should be. And interestingly, Julia Gillard said this morning when she was interviewed, she's not going to throw out all the work that was done on industry compensation for that Turnbull-Rudd compromise deal that failed to pass the Parliament. Well, the Greens thought that industry compensation was, outrageous rent-seeking by big business. So there's a long way to go before they get it through.
And if you were the opposition, you'd take a few minutes in the Parliament to take the country through Julia Gillard's various positions on climate change, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. It's been a very uneasy, a very difficult road for the government. They supported it. They had this incredibly complex scheme. They argued with negotiated with the opposition and almost got it through. Then they went off to Copenhagen. They came back from Copenhagen. And then they junked it. Then she said she'd fix it, although she was very cautious in the way she said she'd fix it. She talked about doing nothing until there was a national consensus, and then all of a sudden it's almost number one on the agenda for the year. I mean, it's a gold mine for opposition.
Oh, yes, and it's one thing to get it past the Greens, to get the support of the Greens, but quite another to get public support for it, especially when the opposition is going